Call me a duck. I'm not in high school anymore, guys.
Jon Jones versus
He's not a champion.
So Jon said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. Jon is the champion and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a gamble.
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys?
Tom Aspinall has made it clear he's finished defending the interim title. He's tired of waiting, frustrated with the politics, and fed up with seeing Jon Jones receive endless hype while continuing to sidestep the one fight that could truly settle the debate.
The UFC is about one guy being the champion of each division. I defended the interim once already. It's almost unheard of that. It's unprecedented. I thought it was silly the first time, to be honest. The reason that I did it, the first time I fought Curtis Blades, it went down as a loss. I got injured. The worst moment of my career, one of the worst moments of my life. I wanted to redeem myself and get the legit victory against Curtis Blades because it was unfinished business. Like, that was hurting my ego, and I wanted to prove that I was better than Blades, which I did in the rematch, and I defended the interim. Something else, that particular fight was in Manchester, in my hometown. I wanted to fight in my hometown. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do that again in front of a sold out, brand new Co-op Live arena in Manchester, England. I don't know if I'm ever going to have the opportunity to do that again. So for them two reasons, that's why I defended the interim. I'm not doing it again. Like, I've cleared out the rest of the division, undisputed, and that's it. I deserve a shot at being known as the best heavyweight walking around on planet Earth. It doesn't matter on the opponent, undisputed.
To Tom Aspinall and a growing number of fans and fighters, it's beginning to feel like the UFC is going out of its way to shield their golden boy from real danger.
Jon Jones' legacy is intact, and all the stuff he's saying has been this story that's been going on and on and on and on. But this one I could understand why it may have upset people, triggered people. Did you guys see on his IG Live, he was talking about the accusations that he is a duck, that he's ducking Tom Aspinall. Look, he's doing this reality show with Nathan Diaz in Russia, and I'm told that the money is just absurd. It's astronomical, get paid, well-deserved, both legends of the game. I totally understand it. But here's the part that I very much disagree with him. It's not about you, Jon. It's not about you. It's not about your life. It's not about your story. If you want to enjoy your life, if you want to be a part of a reality show, if you want to take that money and delay things and hold someone else's dreams back from becoming a reality, that is ducking. That is ducking, because there is a time-honored tradition in this business, in the sport, in combat sports, in fight sports, in sports period, that the whole thing has to move along. It's not about your story.
If any other fighter stayed inactive this long, held up the division, and ignored the top contender, they'd be stripped of the title without a second thought. But because it's Jon Jones, the rules seem to shift. While Jon posts vacation clips, drops vague injury updates, and talks about legacy, Tom Aspinall is stuck in limbo. He's the interim champ, the one actively proving himself, yet still left, waiting.
This is the only sport in the world you can have somebody hold your career back.
Yep. I've been almost a year inactive with no prospects of anything. Just be ready, and we'll just let you know.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of difficult, like, mentally to...
Oh, yeah.
This is the fight against Jon Jones. Like, not the fight is another thing.
Yeah.
This is the tricky bit where I really have to stay switched on, stay motivated, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying. It's tough. As you said a minute ago, no one really knows what's going on behind the scenes apart from me.
Exactly. You're in office cooking.
I train all the time anyway. Just because I'm not going to fight doesn't mean I don't train. Like, I honestly can see Jon's point of view. I get it.
Yep.
I get it. It's just about the title for me.
Yep.
I just want the title, that's it.
Yep.
Does nothing else really matters. So
you're like, let me do my thing. Let me fight.
I just want to fight.
And I think that's the respectful way to go about it. It's like, you don't care if it's Jon, and it's no disrespect to Jon. It's no disrespect to anybody out there. You're just trying to fight. Yep. I just want to fight.
Yep.
Get an idea. He was the one who delayed till Francis was out the fucking door. He could have fought Francis a long time ago. If he'd just taken the chance of going up the heavyweight earlier, we could have had him versus a prime Cain Velasquez. Cain Velasquez was 240. Jon Jones is 260, 265. And you're telling me Cain Velasquez was too big for him? What a load of shit. Stipe Miocic could have fought him in his prime, another one who was no bigger than Jon Jones. So when he's giving it the big and being like, oh, well, people always think someone's going to come and dethrone me. And yeah, I get the narrative. That was the way at light heavyweight. There was always that next guy coming up. But you ain't never fought an animal like Tom Aspinall, who is as quick on his feet, who has the speed that he does at 260 pounds, who has the heavy hands that he does. You have never been in there with a beast like that. It's just not happened. I'm not saying that means Aspinall wins, but for people to do the Tyson Fury thing of going, oh, well, he's always won, so therefore he always will win.
And of course, it's been pretty interesting, all the stuff that Jon Jones has been saying to the media this week. And I'm sure there's more to come, but check out these.
You're beating guys who aren't even champions, and you consider yourself a champion. He's not a champion.
So Jon said I need to fight more champions, but this is the problem I've got. Jon is the champion, and he won't fight me. And he says that he won't fight me because it's too much of a gamble.
Aspinall to me is no difference than an Owen St. Prude or Dominic Reyes or Anthony Smith. Be like just another up and comer that's exciting right now. And I'm not into gambling my legacy for what's exciting.
And Jon, if you're not into gambling your legacy, that to me sounds like you're scared of losing against me.
He's the guy knocking out top contenders, yet still can't get a shot at the undisputed title. It's starting to feel absurd. Tom has done everything right, stayed active, taken every fight, and proven himself time and time again. And still, the UFC expects him to keep defending a placeholder belt while the official champion remains undecided about fighting, retiring, or even addressing the future publicly. Fans are getting fed up. The MMA community isn't just questioning Jon Jones anymore. They're beginning to question the UFC itself.
There's nowhere to go for Jon. He either has to fight me or retire now. If he does retire, everyone knows that he will have been avoiding me. I want to fight. Absolutely, I want to fight. If that's against Jon Jones or not. I'm just waiting on a date, man. Dana White's come out this week and said that Jon Jones is happy to do it. I've been in the rooms with the UFC and they've told me it's happening. I'm not chasing Jon Jones. The reason I want to fight Jon Jones is because he's got the belt. He's #1 heavyweight walking around the planet Earth. But we need to find out who the guy is. If it's not Jon Jones, get out of the way. I'll fight someone else. Happy days.
You're a busy man. It feels like you're training for something, but obviously it don't seem like you can, get the guy to fight. Tom, we're getting straight to it. I mean, what are we waiting for? It sounds to me, recently I saw an interview where it said you and Jon are aligned and you guys have decided together to allow for the UFC to tell you what you're doing. Is that true?
Nah, man, Jon's retired. What are we talking about, guys? Jon, you guys don't follow Jon on social media?
I don't follow him on social media. He said that.
No, me too, actually. Me too. But the guy is living his best life. He's had a fantastic career. We all know. We know Jon's a religious man, so I want to say God bless him moving forward in what he does with his life and his career. And we move on. We move on. I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. I'm ready to take on all comers, get this division moving again. Us guys have been waiting around too long. The contenders are getting sick of it. Everybody's getting sick of it. Even the fans are getting sick of this stuff. So Jon's retired and it's time that we move on.
This is the greatest promo I've ever heard. He just announced his nemesis's retirement.
Is this really about protecting Jon's legacy? Is it just business? Or are they hoping Tom cools off so the threat quietly disappears? Because right now, Tom Aspinall might just be the most dangerous man in the entire heavyweight division.
When Jon Jones won that title at 23, it's just been destruction of everyone ever since. Never ducked anybody, fought all the best, destroyed everybody, dominated his division, went up to heavyweight, dominates at heavyweight.
So why?
He's just the greatest of all time. He's 37 years old and he's still the greatest.
I bet if he's weighing 215, he would fight Tom Aspinall better than him weighing 245 pounds. In his 205 frame, he could fight Tom Aspinall better than he'd fight him at that 250 because that's not his weight class. While he didn't last long with Cyril, he didn't look as fast. He carried more weight. Cyril just did some weird stuff. And Jon, you don't make mistakes against Jon.
Yeah, it came out Jon Jones wants 6 months to prepare for Aspinall.
I think that's fair. What do you feel about that?
It makes sense.
Where do you put your money?
I would not have bet against Jon, but I do think he should be an underdog in that fight.
Damn.
Aspinall's young in his prime.
So
Jon didn't look great, I don't think, against Stipe. Didn't look great against Cyril Gane.
Yeah.
We don't know. There's so many question marks on Jon. My money would probably be on Aspinall, but Jon's the greatest to ever do it. So you don't want to count him out. I would say Jon should be like a plus 120 because there's question marks.
Aspinall's a big boy.
And very, very skilled.
And
But he has some holes. His defense a little.
well, he's also got holes in with John grabs that black belt in jiu-jitsu is all good, but if John grabs him, puts him on his back, that's a possibility too.
Oh yeah, that's probably his best bet because he's not going to knock him out.
No.
Instead of giving Tom the platform he's earned, the UFC keeps asking him to wait, just in case Jon Jones decides to return on his own terms. And that's exactly the issue. Tom's done playing that game. He's not here to babysit a division for someone who has no real interest in defending the title.
The pound for pound debate rages on. Dana White, whenever he gets a chance, he'll tell you Jon Jones is the man. Other people say he's not active enough, and you're in a position to comment on that. What do you think?
What is this pound for pound bull? It's a load of rubbish. It's like saying it just doesn't even make sense. Like, don't get me started on that. It's just like, how can you have a pound for pound? What does that mean if everyone's the same size? So how can you compare Demetrius Johnson's style to Brock Lesnar's style and say if they're the same? Like, they've got completely different attributes. It's like, I've got a bulldog, right? It's like saying, right, if my bulldog had a really long neck, it would win a giraffe or the bulldog. Like, it's absolute bullshit. How can you even compare it? It's a load of rubbish.
Jon Jones listening to this right now, what is your message to the man?
I don't have a message. I've had enough. Let me fight somebody. I'm not bothered to do it. It's just let me fight.
495 days you've been the interim champ. How much longer are you willing to wait?
I just want to fight somebody. I'm a professional fighter and I want to fight somebody. I'm overweighting, to be honest. But whoever wants it, whether that's Jon Jones or somebody else, I will fight somebody sometime.
He's not here to wait another 6 months or a year just to see what legacy move Jon Jones decides on next. Tom wants the fight, he wants the title, and most of all, he wants the respect he's earned. Now, the pressures on the UFC either make the fight happen or strip the belt, because at this point, the delay isn't just frustrating, it's robbing fans of what could be one of the biggest heavyweight matchups in UFC history, and worse, it's wasting the prime of a fighter who's ready to lead the division, whether Jon Jones is part of it or not.